Hey, Foos.
Yes.
It's episode 221 of the Foo Bar Show. Ready for some hard-hitting comedy nonsense, Foos?
Am I ever?
There's much to discuss. But first, find a bunch of cool Foo Bar Show merch at tpublic.com, man. Find tons of new merch items like totes, travel mugs, magnets, baseball tees, and regular tees, and tons of new colors and styles. Go to our merch page found at foobarshow.com to check it all out. Also, click on the link for my band, The Fallen Electric, at the bottom of foobarshow.com for music and merch, also through TeePublic. Add The Fallen Electric's music to your Spotify or Apple Music playlist today. Lastly, ALF live events, man. Whether you'd like to host your next virtual event or you're ready to go live in person or given the times, Foos, in a socially responsible manner, ALF can help you do it right. They pride themselves in being masters of audio, visual, and lighting solutions. Most recently, Foos, they've become masters of virtual events and meetings, partnering with their clients to produce live events in a socially safe environment. Go to alflei.com to get their contact information. They can be contacted via phone call or email for any questions on how they can help you produce a flawless event. That's ALF Live Events at alflei.com. That's alflei.com. And now, without further ado, Foos, episode 221, here we go. From Filthy Martini Studios in Ontario, California, it's the Foo Bar Show! Hey, what's up, everyone? I am Joe C.
With the Foo.
Gosh.
And Steph.
Thank you all very much for listening to the Foo Bar Show. Thanks for hitting subscribe, and remember to rate, review, and tell your friends like a champ. You can always reach us and check out our merch at foobarshow.com. That's FOObarshow.com. And search FOO Bar Show on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. Check us out, drop us a line, and we'll foo it up like a couple of foos. Ain't that right, Foos?
That's right.
On tap today, we got this.
Sucking on a chili dog, 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 chili dog, sucking on a chili dog, sucking on a dog, sucking on a chili dog, chili, sucking on a chili dog, sucking on a dog, sucking on a chili dog, sucking on.
Suck on that chili dog, Foo. Something tells me the Foo isn't a fan of chili dogs.
What the fuck is happening, dude?
So this fucking song by John Cougar Mellencamp, there's this fucking lyric in it, and the second or third verse, I forget which one, that starts with "sucking on a chili dog," and this guy just ran with it.
God damn it, dude.
Yeah, you know nothing about Jack and Diane, Foo?
I know enough to not want to listen or know enough more than I currently do.
Sucking on chili dog, sucking on a dog, sucking on a chili dog.
Yeah. Anyway.
Tight.
So on tap today, Foos. I really wanted to play that on the show.
What an opening.
I know.
What an opening, guys.
Hey, Foo, you know what?
What?
Kind of want a chili dog now.
I know, right?
Bastard.
You want to suck on it though?
No, man.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
Well, Foos.
Steph was getting mightened down.
It's a catchy
Steph
song.
was getting jiggy with it when they're talking about the sucking chili dog part, though.
Just that part?
I was just
that part.
the
that
sucking
part.
on the chili dog part. Yeah.
Okay. On
Foo.
tap today, Foo. We got a health and such from Steph. That's
Right.
few and far in between, but we got one.
Finally, dude.
And then we got
Health.
Geeking Out,
Health and things.
health and things and such. We're going to talk about Wandavision on this Geeking Out. Go fucking figure. But it was the last one. It's the last one, I promise. And then
Or is it?
I would have never guessed by the ending.
or is it? Or is it, Foos? And then we're going to talk about, the Foo wants to extend an olive branch about something. I don't know if it's food related or not, but aside from that, he's going to talk about some video game that he just completed and might spoil for everybody who hasn't played it yet.
Spoiler alert, Foo.
And then we got the joint report, we got music, and we got Foo facts, Foo. So I don't know if you just want to...
The agender's Foo?
Yeah, Foo.
Well, hey, Foo, real quick, before we get into any health thing...
Something tells me this won't be quick, but please proceed.
All right, Foo, if I could have 20 minutes of your time before we start the podcast.
Excuse me, sir. I just need a moment of your time.
Foo, I'm trying to overpromise and underdeliver.
Okay, cool.
Well,
the mantra here.
Next week, we will record another pod, of course, but why not just be ready, Foo? It's gonna be Pie Day, Foo. It's coming up.
Oh, that's right, Pie Day. Nice.
And Foo, I wanted to share some info with all you pie enthusiasts, and specifically pizza pie, Foo.
Pineapple pizza pie.
So, Foos, you might want to do this. Everyone listening might want to do this. But download the Blaze Pizza app. I don't know if you guys have ever been to Blaze. I had.
Blaze is pretty bomb.
It's pretty bomb. But if you download their app right now, they will let you order a pizza on Pie Day for $3.14.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
That is pretty good. And Blaze Pizza, that's one of those build-your-own pizza places, right?
Seafood.
Similar to like Pyology, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's a good-sized pizza.
It's the Subway of
LeBron James, Foo.
Oh, that's one of the LeBron James's franchises? Okay.
It's his place of business.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Is that why he chose Blaze? I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
No, I just thought I was just like randomly looking at like upcoming deals and stuff, and then I happened to see like, get a Blaze Pizza for $3.14, and I was like, oh shit, that's now really cheap.
Was it Pancake Day or Pie Day when you bought those giant pizza-sized pancakes from IHOP?
Ooh, it was Pancake Day.
And that day's passed, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that's what you had for us today, Foo?
Yeah. Normally we argue over pizza, but you know what, Foo? Let's just not do it today. Let's get everyone out with a good message. Go get some fucking pie for $3.14, Foo. With whatever topping you want, no bias, but I'm just saying, bacon and pineapple.
Fuck you, dude. I thought we were going to fight today.
I'm just kidding. Order whatever you want.
Shut up, fool!
All right, well, let's get into some health and such. Is that cool with you guys?
See.
All right. Health and Such is brought to us by conjunctivitis.com. It's a site for sore eyes. You love it. You fucking love it.
You think people would be able to read that?
Maybe. Yeah. All right. Well,
hey, no getting meta. No getting meta.
All right, take it away.
All right, it's March, which means it's National Nutrition Month. Yay!
Woo!
There's so many topics on nutrition. There's so many people doing diets right now, low sugar, low carb, high fat diets.
We call that the food diet.
Fat diet.
Shut up, you keto fuck.
I am also just eating tons of fat these days. It's the best part of keto.
I just wanted to really emphasize on the high cholesterol aspect of the diet.
Fat.
Yes. So National Nutrition Month, one of the goals for healthy people 2030 is to reduce cholesterol in individuals 21 years or 20 years and older. And one of the ways that you can do that is by eating low cholesterol foods.
Which is what?
If you literally do a Google search on low cholesterol foods, it's going to give you fruits and veggies, nuts, pretty much anything that isn't deep fried.
broccoli, food, cauliflower, and such.
Yeah.
All the boring stuff.
And then there's like certain sites that will tell you, oh, eat this particular food, eat that particular food. It doesn't really matter which type of fruits and vegetable you eat. You just need to eat a little bit more and cut down on the fried stuff. Mm-hmm. Even if you're on like a, on a keto diet.
Right. I'm listening.
It works in the aspect that you're going to lose a lot of weight because you're cutting out sugar and you're cutting out grains.
Mm-hmm.
And you're on a high-fat diet. However, it doesn't work for a lot of people. Like, it wouldn't work for me.
Why not?
Because
'Cause you're already tiny?
my body chemistry is different. And if I eat high-fat foods, even though I cut out, like, sugar and grains, my cholesterol is going to skyrocket. Because that's just the way my body works. So it doesn't work for everybody. You got to find something that really works for you and just think about a lifestyle change rather than a diet.
Mm-hmm.
That's because Steph actually consulted a physician before her diet food.
Well, my physician said that I was overdue for a heart attack, so that was enough for me.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
So yeah, like again with nutrition, just start thinking about it. I'm not going to tell you what foods to eat, but just start thinking about if you're like overweight, your cholesterol's probably going to be high. So start thinking about low cholesterol foods. That's the main takeaway that I wanted to bring up.
Mind your goddamn business over there, Steph.
You fat fucks, lose some weight.
Can't tell me what to do.
There.
I hope she doesn't hear me. You guys want to hear something funny?
What?
Yeah, what's that?
Jackie's I gotta whisper it for those. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't want my wife to hear.
Her doctor told her she should go on a diet.
She's pregnant though.
Yeah, but apparently you're supposed to hit during pregnancy, you're supposed to hit a goal of achieving 30 pounds during your entire 9-month pregnancy. And we're in month 6 and she's already at 29 pounds.
Oh,
damn.
shit. So,
well, that could be like
to slow it down.
That could be bad for the baby too, if she gains too much weight, right?
It depends. It depends. As long as she can, there's room for play there, but she has to stick to more organic type foods and fruits and such. She doesn't eat she's already past the cravings of the fatty foods. Mm-hmm. So she was like getting pizza and zucchini fries every couple of days. But,
holy shit!
Yeah, it's been mostly lately fruit smoothies, and chicken soup.
Oh yeah, you can't go wrong with a little chicken soup.
And it's dry foods, and we just made some for the next 4 days. So
holy shit!
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's in an ice cube tray.
I'm just gonna have a little chicken ice.
A little bit of this.
Throw some chicken cubes in your water food.
There you go. That's thinking ahead, man. Well, that's cool.
That's an easy lunch.
Yeah. So no fried shit is pretty much the bottom line here, then, right?
Yeah, and then just start thinking about it. That's why I'm not gonna tell you what foods to eat.
I'll tell you.
Just start thinking about it. Like, just really prepare yourself. Like, okay, do I want to do this? And the answer is like, yes. If you want to live, start fucking dieting.
That's a good point, Steph.
You're disturbing what's left of my brain.
Yeah.
You know what? I have a couple friends that are just like, I'm fat and I don't give a fuck, which is cool, but then you're gonna get older and it's gonna be hard on your knees. And the quality of life is going to suck. So
Lizzo
even though
would not agree with you, Steph.
Even though you're living your best life now, when you get older, it's going to suck physically. You're going to have a hard time getting out of bed. Your knees are going to hurt. Your joints are going to hurt.
What if I just invest in a electronic chair?
And just,
one of those scooters.
Just live the Wall-E life?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Just have everything like hand-fed to you. Just open your mouth and go zill it down. Oh. You fat fuck.
Oh, God damn.
Well, Josh, you said that you're changing your diet these days. Are you cutting out anything in particular?
Yeah, a lot of sugars. I mean,
living with my mom and sister.
Women?
At one point, they were. I was gonna say a different thing, but I kind of had to reel myself back there a little bit.
Living with them Karens.
Oh God, they were just constantly making like sweets, especially during like the holidays.
Yeah.
Like my sister would make banana nut bread, she'd make banana nut muffins, she'd make brownies, cookies, and it's just like
daily.
God damn it, like daily at one point. Like during the holidays and even a little after New Year's, she was making like brownies every other night. It's like, what are you doing to me, girl? Like I can't have any of this crap. And then
Like
yeah,
fudge,
I just
like
kind of
that
cut back
extra
that
fudge in there too, and you put it like a la mode too. It's all nice and
with
warm.
with walnuts in there.
Some cream fraiche food.
I haven't, a little cream fraiche on top.
Cream fraiche.
But I've been intermittent fasting, so I usually don't start eating until like around 12. And it's usually like a light meal at the beginning, and then like I stop eating at around like 7:30. And then it's always light meals in between and like just little snacks here and there, like a banana. I have like the keto, like these little keto Reese's snacks here and there, like when I can't leave my desk because I'm on like a call for work for a couple hours. So it's just I just kind of pick things here and there. And then I've been doing a lot of exercising. We have like a stationary bike similar to the Peloton.
Yeah.
And my sister has like a Peloton app. So like they have classes, like 30-minute classes here and there. So I've been doing that. So, I mean, it's hard right now not to work out during this whole quarantine because I was used to at least going to the gym, getting on those machines, being able to kind of use the whole facility. And here you kind of feel like you're stuck. So
right.
Trying to do any little thing I can here.
Did you know that there is a couch exercise program just for these times? And it literally
I do it every day.
It literally tells you how to exercise without getting up or without leaving the vicinity of your couch, even if you're standing.
I could see how you can like get away with maybe doing some crunches on your couch, using the couch as leverage for some power push-ups.
You just sit to stand, sit. Like
or just have like elevate your legs, keep your legs elevated for like at a certain point.
And your eggs elevated, Josh.
And your eggs. And your eggs.
That's important, all right?
I actually have those.
Box your briefs.
Yeah. Well, for people that work at home or like at a desk, if you have one of those ab balls that you could sit on, like that's what I have. So like I'll sit on that for a while and I'll just start doing sit-ups like when I am just stuck sitting down working for a while. So those will really help, and they help your posture too because they kind of force you to sit up straight.
So let me give you one good exercise with that ball. Is if you're sitting up straight on the ball, try to like really clench your core, which is try to bring your belly button into your spine. That's going to tighten up everything right there. And then just hold it while you're balancing on the ball for maybe like 30 seconds. And that's just going to give you a workout right there.
I can already see what'll happen with the food with that.
Exercising caution and shit, food.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Dude, you know those Peloton how Peloton's all big and shit right now?
Yeah.
My Peloton bike.
I know it is working out, but I mean, okay, I know this guy. He does Peloton daily, and like I see him doing like, I just like bicycled 20 miles and I burned like 385 calories. I was like, and I'm just kind of like, bro, you don't have to bike for fucking 20 miles to lose 300 calories. You just got to go for a walk for an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to like bike for 20 goddamn miles,
but
dude.
He's pissed. He's pissed at his joints, dude. He's like, fuck these joints.
Right? Go for a light jog, dude. You'll burn as many calories. Trust me.
He wants to get his money worth.
Yeah, he really
Okay,
does.
whatever. Bike 5,000 whatever miles and then lose your 80 calories.
He was probably going slow as hell. Was he like cruising? Was he just doing a bite, like a little cruise?
Yeah, he was at cruising speed.
Just going
come on, man.
downhill.
You're not even working at that point.
That's what I don't get. I see people, posting the Peloton things. And, hey, I get you, man. I mean, if you ride a bike, it's easier on your joints and cool. That's your way of working out. But don't be posting you're riding like 30 fucking miles and you're only losing like 400 calories. It's like, dude, you're just chilling.
Something doesn't add up.
Probably.
Yeah, it's like, wait a minute, the math doesn't work here.
Yeah. If you literally just go run to the liquor store, you'll lose like 100 and something calories.
That's just some dude that's just trying to get some credit. Hey, man, come on. This is at least C-level credit, man.
I'm justifying my $5,000 purchase. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the person that uses it twice a year and just has to post the 2 times they use it.
Well, he's pretty
so
he's pretty consistent. He does it every day, but I'm just kind of like, man, you're working out. You're only losing like 3,000 something calories a week, dude.
You know what it is? It's probably his way of like getting started, depending on when he does it. Because I mean, it is a good way to jumpstart your day.
Mm-hmm.
Like I do it. I've been doing it in the morning since I have like a good couple of hours from when I wake up to start work, and it like I get energized after I do it for like 30 minutes. So. I mean, for 20 hours, how long has he been? You know what? There's just so many other questions behind this. It's not
just how about we just agree to stick to Steph's advice?
Yeah, just start thinking about it. And real quick before we leave the segment, going back to cholesterol.
Oh yeah,
cholesterol. If you have high cholesterol in your body, the way it works in regards to cardiac health and stroke is okay. Imagine cholesterol is a little tiny fat particle roaming around in your bloodstream. And if you have high cholesterol, high LDL, and high triglycerides, then all of that starts building up as plaque in your arteries. And it starts shrinking your artery, and it reduces blood flow to your heart and to other organs. And what happens is that you can potentially have a heart attack because of a blockage, which could be prevented by like diet. Sometimes you can't because it's genetic. Like you'll just have high cholesterol, which is, mainly like on my side is a little bit genetic and partly lifestyle as well. So I have to watch what I eat. But yeah, it can cause a heart attack, or if it doesn't cause a heart attack, your blood pressure will increase and keep increasing, and it can cause a stroke. Or put you at a higher risk of a stroke unless you get your shit together and start on a low cholesterol diet.
Get your shit together.
That's the spirit. Hey, Steph, you mentioned what if we have high cholesterol in your body? What if I have mine, but it's in like my closet or something?
It's a legitimate question there, Steph.
I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking around.
Well, I would say you need to do some spring cleaning, my friend.
Oh.
So, are you saying that we can't do this?
Sucking on a chili dog. Sucking on a chili dog.
Foo,
No, you could definitely have a chili dog.
Okay.
Foo, maybe if the bun is whole wheat, Foo.
Well, you're just sucking on a chili dog.
Yeah.
You're not really eating the chili dog.
Yeah, I didn't say anything about eating it. You're just sucking on it.
But Foo, what about all the pre-cum and jizz from the chili?
All right.
Oh, okay.
That's going to do it for health and such, everybody. Up next, let's see if the Foos get into a fight. Geeking Out is brought to us by Pool Sharks, where the customer is our chum.
Bastard.
Fucking A, dude.
Take it away, Steph.
Oh, what am I doing?
No. Steph will not be. Steph's not taking it away. Time out.
Oh, is
Time
it
out.
you? Is it
Yeah,
you
it's a
doing
Foo.
this? Okay, go for it, Foo.
You're out of order, man.
All right.
Sorry. Oh, my God.
All right, Foos.
See, I guess we are getting into a fight today.
No, we're not.
Oh, okay.
It happened so quickly.
I know. My God. That escalated.
Foos, we are going to get to the ever sought after Steph recap, but 1 second.
Is it ever? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because we want to know what's going on. Okay, Foos, I have a proposition, and I think Josh might be on board. I just need to see if you guys are going to jump on board too, Foo. Okay?
All right. I'm listening.
All right, Foos. Here's the proposition. I want to promote synergy, Foo. So, in the best interest of promoting synergy, how about we all agree that WandaVision and Attack on Titan are both really good shows, Foo?
Where's this coming from?
Foo, just answer the question, Foo.
Yeah.
You're doing some Mephisto shit right now, right?
That was a funny joke because he never showed up, Foo.
Shut up.
We'll get into it.
No, okay.
We'll get into it, but Foos.
If there's no strings attached, I'm gonna go ahead and say yes.
All right, how about you, Steph? And specifically, not just the entire series of Attack on Titan, but the latest season of WandaVision and the latest season of Attack on Titan are both good. What do you think?
When shit actually happens, it's good.
I mean, is this a yes or no question?
Yes.
Do you agree?
Then,
yeah.
Yeah, fine. Yes. Fine. Yes.
Okay.
Excellent. Well, Foos,
You fucking suck, dude.
now we will. Wow. That was her last cheap shot, then, I guess, Foo. All right. Well, we'll listen to Steph's recap, and then we will discuss further my decision why I did that. Okay.
Interesting. All right.
Very ominous, Foo. Very ominous.
Yeah,
indeed.
I'm proceeding with caution here.
My God, Foos.
All right. Well, let's hear it.
All right. Steph.
Previously on WandaVision.
Yeah.
By the way, somebody on the internet actually took all of those previously on WandaVisions and put them all together, and you can hear her enthusiasm fade after each episode. Because in the first one, she's like, previously on WandaVision. And then by the last episode, it's just like, previously on WandaVision.
She's just pissed off and tired of dealing with.
Yeah. She's just like,
everything.
she's done. So this is a direct what the fuck?
Scintillating.
Okay, what are we doing here?
Am I trying to-
Scintillating recap.
The recap of WandaVision. It's a series finale, so I don't think we're gonna get another season. It's just gonna branch off into
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
sometimes
Wait, was it series finale or
It
season
said-
finale?
series. It said series finale, so we're only gonna
Okay.
get this one 8-episode arc, and it's gonna
9.
lead into different things. But
9.
Previously
9.
on Battlestar Galactica.
What is this place?
This is imagination.
what is happening?
Sorry.
8, 9 episodes. Who keeps count anymore? It's just previously on WandaVision.
You can do it on 2 hands.
Let her speak.
Jesus, motherfuckers. So it's a continuing battle
Good band
between
name. It's a good band name. The
Yeah.
Jesus motherfucker.
Jesus, motherfuckers.
Hey,
It's a
dude.
continuing battle between Wanda and Agatha herself, and we see Agatha pretty much take the strong hand or the upper hand and start taking Wanda's power away. Wanda has to choose between her family or letting people go because Agnes starts unlocking the people in Westview and turning. They don't really. Agnes doesn't turn the people in Westview against Wanda. They just
She
automatically
releases Wanda's
yeah.
control.
Yeah, and so they automatically just like, oh my god.
She releases the strings off of the meat puppets, is what she said.
So Wanda was a bitch the whole time.
And she didn't even realize that she was what she was doing to these people because they said every time they go to sleep, they see her memories, they feel her pain. And she's like, no, I was just trying to protect you.
Straight up
And
bitch.
so she opens up the hex and she lets them go, but then she realizes that Billy, William, and Vision are disintegrating. So she decides to choose her family over the people of Westview. And you see her put up the hex again. And then later on in the episode, she gets into Agatha's mind. And what I think happens is she learned how to put up runes while she was in Agatha's mind. And she was, battling those zombies, the skeletons. She comes out of Agatha's mind. Agatha steals Wanda's power, and she tries to fulfill her deal with Wanda by making Westview real. However, Wanda actually puts up runes in this majestic battle. And Agatha, obviously, her powers don't work because, as we saw in the last episode, only the witch that put up the runes can use her magic.
Yeah, so that was a cool kind of thing that came out of left field because I didn't see that coming at all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so Wanda pretty much reabsorbs her power back from Agatha, and she does the worst thing possible to Agatha, which is she locks her in Westview.
Well, she didn't know that before, but after, hearing from the Westview citizen, she's just like, oh, if it's that fucked up, then there's one person who deserves to be in this kind of jail.
Yeah.
And it's
so Wanda makes Agatha like a normal person. She names her the nosy neighbor.
Just like in IMDb.
Yeah. She's listed as the nosy neighbor. Who knew? And her powers are hidden, and only Wanda knows who Agatha is at this point. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, throughout the episode, Vision and White Vision battle it out. You see the arc from White Vision's head, just massive energy just coming out of it. And they battle. How fitting is it that Vision and White Vision battle in a library? Like, it's the setting for those two is really good because they are both intellectual and they actually end their battle with an intellectual conversation.
Who knew philosophy was the true way to win a fight?
Yeah.
And right? Because
either
they're
the true way to end it or start it.
They're so evolved that it would end in a conversation.
Yeah, that's true. As they say, a man will never know true peace until a mosquito lands on his nuts.
Okay.
That's the one time you won't choose violence, Josh.
Let him have it, Josh.
Come on, man.
You just got to flick it off. But what if you miss and flick yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, who's just hanging out outside with their balls out?
Do I have to hold a mirror to yourself, dude? What do you mean? If anybody here is gonna do that, it's you.
But I want to know who else.
Okay.
Oh, man.
All right, continue, Steph. God damn it.
We see Billy and Tommy really use their power to take out the agents of S.W.O.R.D. And fucking that Dick Hayward tries to shoot him up. He's just gonna murder some kids.
Yeah, no kidding.
Actually, Foos, he didn't try to murder him because he shot in between them. So
no, he still tried. Okay, he aimed the gun in their general direction, and then
which you don't do at children.
You don't do it. But he was just like, "Fuck these kids, dude! I'm gonna fucking murder them." And then Monica swoops in, uses her power to transform into light to slow down the bullets. Mm-hmm. Yes. I thought that was really cool because she was about to sacrifice herself before she phased into another.
Yeah, there's no way that she could have known that she would have been able to do something like that.
Yeah, because I don't really think
it's not like she's had time to train. Yeah.
Okay, scientific question though. How can light slow down a bullet?
Well, I don't know if it's exactly light.
Shit.
I don't know that it's so much
electromagnetic spectrum might.
I don't know that it's so much light, or if it's or if it's
I accept that
plasma.
answer.
Mm-hmm. Plasma?
It actually looked more like plasma. I don't know the science behind it. We're just gonna have to wait until Captain Marvel 2 so they can explain the fucking science behind it.
All right.
Look, it was a cool effect.
Mm-hmm.
And we finally saw who Ralph was, and it was a complete dud on all our parts because Evan Peters was Ralph this entire time.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for Still waiting for Fuzé to apologize about that.
Why should I apologize? I didn't ruin anything.
My husband Ralph.
You gave us all false expectations, Foo.
Look.
Yeah, man. You helped the hype train just chug along at a faster pace, Foo.
Whatever, man. I suggest you get over it.
Well, Foo, I mean, tell me where the mutants are.
They're coming.
I really wanted these fucking mutants to be real. And guess what?
That was an epic troll by Disney, by the way.
It was.
Epic.
It was.
Not only that, but in a whole aspect of WandaVision, this entire series was one big magic trick, and it was a sleight of hand because Evan Peters was the trick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, besides all the other shit that was happening with Wanda, flipping reality, we all thought that the X-Men were going to be introduced, and they fucking tricked
nobody
us.
thought that.
I thought that.
Everybody
I
thought
thought that.
that.
Yeah, come on, Foo.
Only the Foo with his shit.
No,
post.
I thought they were going to introduce mutants, not the X-Men. I mean, goddamn.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's just like your opinion, man.
And finally,
All right,
we get not one, but 2 end credits.
Mm-hmm.
We get a
Oh, it's
scroll.
actually one mid credits and one end credit.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay. It's not quite complete end credits because there was still credits after the second scene. So fuck
The food
Foo.
just explained.
No.
that.
No, I like the way I said better.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So you were further from your explanation.
Come on.
Way to be precise and concise, Steph.
Yeah.
So we get a scroll sighting, which opens up Secret Invasion.
Oh, whoa, hey.
No,
spoiler alert.
whoa, no.
Oh, relax.
Okay, then why was that scroll coming up?
Because they're going to introduce Monica into Captain Marvel 2.
Mm-hmm. Which
Yeah, they're going up to the ship.
subsequently leads into Secret Invasion.
Technically,
Thus,
if you want to be
my point is still
fucking
valid.
diligent about it, Iron Man 1 leads to Secret Invasion, okay?
Everything leads to the Secret Invasion. You fuck.
Okay.
It's quite a leap.
Okay. Anyway.
I think it's more correlated to Captain Marvel number 2, if anything.
No, I agree
Obviously.
because she said that a friend of her mom's wanted to see her, and she points upward, which means
It's Captain Marvel.
your boy
Fury.
Nick Fury
Oh.
is still
I
up in
was-
the sword ship that we saw.
I
at the
was
end of
really
Captain Marvel.
hoping they were going to pan in on like the spaceship or something, but they didn't.
No, because that would be too much
Fucking
for the
douchebags.
end of this show. And then we get a final end credit, which is similar to what did they say? It's a
Doctor
similar
Strange?
shot to The Shining, in that
How?
But the wide pan into from the mountains, it tracked all the way to all the way until it gets to the cabin.
Yes.
And you just see her walk into it.
And not
Yeah.
only that, but it also
that's
has
what
like
it's like.
these impossible windows to look through, because if you look at either side of the doorway, they are windows, but they're just cut in a way where you can't really see out of it. And I guess that's sort of like similar to the setting in the Overlook Hotel, which is in The Shining.
Another thing that I heard was that maybe those designs on the windows are what protects her in that particular house, like from other magic or shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Similar to
Well-
how she protected herself in her hex against Agatha.
Yes.
Yeah.
As Steph is explaining the shot, we see Wanda outside having some tea, going to the back, and what do we find, Steph?
We find Wanda in her astral plane reading the Darkhold. Which, by the way, when Agatha said it was the Darkhold, I pointed to the screen. She's like, fuck, it said it. It's the fucking Darkhold. So our theories are right.
It's true, guys. She did do that.
She did do that.
And we've seen the Darkhold in a couple of other Marvel properties. I know it's in the Runaways, that Hulu one that's in there, and it's also in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. During the Ghost Rider arc, and then even a couple of seasons after that, it was still in there. So, which begs the question: are those still relevant, or are they still canon? Yeah,
I
heard
don't
they're
think.
not
I
canon.
think they are not canon anymore
Why not?
because in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., after the snap from Thanos, half the world in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did not disappear.
Oh, that's just look at the draw.
Were they on the same timeline? I didn't.
Look at the draw.
No, they went. Their timeline split somehow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like that was the whole because like somehow they end up going into the future in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like it gets really weird. And they have space travel, and it gets wild in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Damn, I always stop watching a series when it gets good.
You see?
That
Yeah,
happened with me
dude,
with
don't
Doom
worry, man.
Patrol. That
Yes.
happened with me with all kinds of shit.
like the Flash,
Sons of
and all that.
Anarchy. Yeah, no. I need to get back to Sons of Anarchy.
Sons of Anarchy was amazing, dude.
I know. I need to finish it.
So I like the little nod that they did with the Wicked Witch of the West when Wanda threw the car at Agnes, and then there's boots.
The boots are just there. Yeah, that was cool.
It
was like, finally, make your last fucking silly little reference, and let's get this finale on.
Yeah.
Yeah. In this one, there weren't too many references. Another big one was the marquee, which it said the Wizard of Oz, or like the Great Wizard of Oz, the one that Sam Raimi directed, because he also is directing Multiverse of Madness.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like a good nod to him as well.
It's like a prequel to Wizard of Oz, I think. It's about Oz himself.
Yeah, it's an origin story.
Or the Wizard,
origins of
with
Oz.
the greatest actor of all time, James Franco. He's the greatest actor of our generation.
And this movie sets up Doctor Strange too, because they mention how Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, is supposed to be stronger than the Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah.
And I mean, we even see that, which her astral projection looked way better than Strange's, because her body was still even able to walk around instead of just being asleep. So yeah, she's already way and above better than him.
And her powers are intuitive rather than having to cast spells and do, shit like that where you need to learn that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. All that shit's intuitive for her. So, yeah.
The costume, I would say, though, is pretty dope.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
I like how very true it is to the original comics costume. While also, if you noticed, it does take inspiration from like the old X-Men, like Apocalypse and like those, like Magneto's costume in there. Like it looks very similar to his.
I really wanted, because I was looking at her crown, and I was like, is that a little Magneto helmet in the middle of her crown? Maybe it's just me, but it looks like it. And I was like, I was hoping.
Yeah, it's just you.
It has like it has some features, but yeah, not like it. No. It's too much.
That's a fucking Magneto helmet right there. I can't stop staring at it. Shit, I was gonna say something else about fucking WandaVision.
Yeah, give us your rating of the series and whatnot, so we can all chip in.
So we can jump on them. So me and the Foo can jump on this.
So overall, I would give WandaVision 4 out of 5. It was a really good series. A lot of twists and turns, and I like the magic portion of it. I feel like it should have more action, but it really wasn't that kind of show. Like it's not an action-packed show.
Yeah.
Not like we're probably going to see with Falcon and Winter
Soldier.
Which is coming out next
kinds
week.
Of action
next
with
week,
that.
right?
Yeah.
It's coming out next week.
2 weeks.
This Friday.
Comes out in 2 weeks. No, on the 19th.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Oh, okay.
Oops.
Yeah, in 2 weeks.
Okay.
So I can't wait for that. And I liked all of the Easter eggs and references to the Avengers.
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
And X-Men, right?
That's what I wanted to say. And X-Men, yeah. But the Darkhold, if you look, and I saw this online. Somebody posted that if you rewatch Doctor Strange is in the library, and he notices that there's a book missing. That is probably the Darkhold, the book that's missing. So I have to rewatch Doctor Strange to see if that's a
That
real
is in
thing.
there. Yeah, I
missing,
watched
right?
it a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, that part's in there. Where like when he first goes into the library, and like Wong is showing him all like the books that are like part of the Sorcerer Supreme's collection, and there's just one missing. Because in the actual movie, it's not a book that they take; they just take a page out of a book. That Caecilius guy. So yeah, this book has been missing from that collection for far longer than any of us know. So that totally would lead Doctor Strange to this probably.
Yeah.
Fuze,
yes.
Can we get your retrospective on the series, Fu?
Yeah, man. Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll give it an 88%. That's a solid B, maybe even a B plus. I enjoyed myself more than I thought I was going to enjoy myself with this, because leading into this particular series, everything was very vague. You know, what the hell is WandaVision? Why are they showing us clips of her in black and white, kind of like the Dick Van Dyke Show and shit like that? We started getting more hints as to what they were getting at, as you know, before we saw the first episode. But then, even then, watching the first 2 or 3 episodes, I was still like, "Where the fuck are they going with this?" Now, I had an idea of where they were going with this because of the final scenes when they're actually kind of like looking at the sword clips, you know, like after credit scenes, and then you know it paid off. And it paid off as to what everything kind of connected and what they were doing and behind the scenes outside of the Hex. So I like what they did. Now, I did not appreciate the fact that they fucked with us with bringing Pietro in like that. But
bastards.
Yeah, that did not pay off in the way that I was hoping it would. But, you know, if I look past that, it was a very well put together show, man. It was. So I'm pretty happy with it.
Twas.
All right, I'm going to give mine, and then Josh will go. And then after Josh gives his, Josh is going to bust out the list.
Oh, my God.
There's a list?
These two collaborated.
You've been had.
It's collusion.
Listen, Foos, listen, we agreed. It's a good show.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna give it a 79, Foo, because it's almost there. This is a fantastic and a really good telling of Wanda Scarlet Witches. Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Vision.
Scarlet Witches. This is kind of her origin.
Kind of.
It is, dude.
It is.
Well, it is her origin, but not the character's origin. This is like the actual heroes or...
Well, it did give us an idea of what her childlike was like and stuff like that.
This literally was an origin story for herself and Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, not her, but Scarlet Witch mostly.
Whatever, dude.
Oh, my God.
Anyways, it was a great origin story for her character going forward. We now know about all this magic mumbo jumbo. The show moved very slowly. There are a lot of plot holes, I think. Too many plot holes. And again, Fuze, you're right. Fucking every week we thought we're going to get Reed Richards or Mephisto or fucking... All right, X-Men are here, or Quicksilver's here from Fox Timeline.
Right.
No payoff, Foo. No payoff, no Captain Marvel, no Doctor Strange. Which, again, that was all hype train stuff, so I'm not degrading the show on that. I will degrade the show because I thought Monica Rambeau's character is a little cheesy.
I never understood that comment. You've said that before. How so?
She's a little forced. Like some of her lines and some of the way she interacts is like okay, like she's
strong
like,
black woman, dude.
Well, she was like, Wanda, you could trust me. I helped deliver your babies, and it's like, I don't know. It was kind of a reach. Like, okay, you really didn't like. Are you expecting her to be your best friend now? Like, I don't get it.
He doesn't understand.
Who doesn't understand good people?
Between women.
What is
so
this
good?
Good deeds.
Right.
The whole Hayward thing was stupid as fuck. This guy brought in Vision. They entered the Hex, and as soon as he's in trouble, he's gonna drive out of the Hex. Like, okay, why did you go in there, dude?
Yeah. You
knew you were going to be in a fight, and then you fucking left like before you even knew you lost. So that was a big stretch for me, and like I don't like the way his villain or behind the scenes villain arc paid out.
Mm-hmm.
There were just little things like that bothered me, but what really brought it up is I thought it was a really good introduction of Scarlet Witch moving forward, and part of the next Doctor Strange and Phase 4 nonsense that I'm sure with the next few movies, especially the Spider-Man No Way Home and all that shit, it's gonna I think that's gonna be the official multiverse introduction or exploration after Doctor Strange. So I think just they almost got me, Foo, but they started rough, and they they couldn't carve that Play-Doh into the correct shape.
I don't know. I think that Hayward was necessary to bring Sword into the picture. Otherwise, we would have just had a witchy battle and it would have been over in like 3 episodes. And not only that, but since Hayward is now arrested, who's gonna take over Sword?
Okay.
Sword.
Well, we'll get in. Well, we can get more into that. But Foo, are you done with your analysis?
I'm done. I hope you heard it all.
I'm raring to go, Foo. I'm
He's
raring to
breathing
go on
heavy.
here.
Yeah, you're itching for this, man. Are you okay?
You know what? Yeah, I actually had to run and get something from the front, so I was running back. Amazon Foo. Amazon. Can't have nobody stealing my packages.
Uh-huh.
But anywho's, so for me, I felt the show only deserved an 80%. Again, it was still pretty good. You know, they had a lot of the little references to the old TV shows, the little Easter eggs here and there, but they really, things were a lot, very vague. There's still a lot of plot holes and plot lines that aren't even revisited or even closed at the end of this series.
Can you name like one of them? Because you guys keep saying that, and maybe I haven't caught it. So
Okay. Yeah, I actually have a full list. I have a full list after this. So just
let me finish.
No, because I really don't know. I'm asking for a friend.
Let me finish.
I'm curious too.
Okay, continuing. Again, it was an interesting show. When you just focused on Wanda and Vision, when you just focused on their exact storyline, yeah, great. Exploring the deep-seated things that are going on inside Wanda's mind, what she's actually dealing with, her grieving, the fact that Vision is still, self-aware that he now is a projection, and then he convinces his real body now, or brings its memories back. Great. That was all great. It's just all the little things outside of that. Like the Foos saying with Monica and her relationship with Wanda. If that felt too quick, too instant of an instant connection, like I understand that, Monica was grieving from her mother passing and all that stuff. I do get that she understood the grief, but it still was a little too quick. The whole Pietro thing was upsetting, very upsetting for a lot of us fans that were excited to see that. And then again, Hayward's general goal and the fact, how the hell was he able to sneak away all of that goddamn vibranium in Wakanda? Like, Vision was not that far away from the main Wakanda, facility where he fell out. So.
And you're telling me the Avengers is just like, fuck them, leave them.
Yeah, that's
true.
Another thing.
That's true. They went and they got the body from just outside Wakanda.
But it is still a good series that it does set up big future events for Marvel. Mm-hmm. Now, to my list.
Oh God, here we go.
Let them have it.
The 8 plot holes or unanswered questions the finale didn't resolve. Number 1.
How many are there? First off,
there's 8. I just said 8.
God damn it.
Okay.
Pay attention.
But so there's 8 of them.
Yes.
Foo, get off your phone. Foo, stop texting Jimmy.
I'm not texting Jimmy.
So again, number 1, the identity of Jimmy Woo's missing witness.
Thank you.
The entire reason that Jimmy Woo was there in the first place. This missing witness that we have no idea who they are. No idea.
Yet.
But that's unresolved. It was never resolved.
The series ended, bro. The series ended, so there is no resolve.
I mean, there's still an MCU where you can kind of plug that in, man.
Dude, it's a front. It's a trick.
I hate you all.
It's a red herring, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was supposed to be logical before any tricks were coming, right?
All right, what's
he
number 2?
He presented himself with a sleight of hand. He busted out a card.
Okay.
Magic from the beginning.
Payoff from
it's called fan service. What does that have to do with them being there?
That's not payoff. That's not storyline payoff, Steph.
Yes, it
There's
is.
no storyline payoff.
Continuity.
There. They just leave it open. That you won't get a payoff for like 3 or 4 years. So why even introduce it this early?
Because it's cool.
Shut up, Steph.
What the fuck? No.
Next one. The status of the Marvel multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the whole Evan Peters becoming Ralph thing completely throws off our whole X-Men are in the universe now. Like, we like the Foos said, we probably won't get an introduction to the multiverse until Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Still waiting for that apology, Jose.
It's on its way, though. It's on its way.
It is on its way, but a lot of people really thought it was going to start here, especially because of the news that Wanda was going to be in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. When in reality, yes, it does set it up. We're still in the dark about the entire multiverse concept.
But you're gonna, and I think you're going to have to connect your own pieces to get there. This isn't be like, okay, we got left on a cliffhanger, and now let's start the movie.
I don't think they're going to go into a full-on explanation of the multiverse. I think it's
just going to happen.
Yeah.
So, okay.
In some shape or form.
Let me ask you this. Is it so much a plot hole that they didn't address the multiverse?
It's more of that it's an unanswered questions. We still have a lot of unanswered things
we do,
at the end of this series.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what this list is. It's unanswered questions that were introduced, and now we may not even get payoff.
But that's one way of looking at it, man. Because to me, that's a jumping off point to me for the future of the MCU.
Okay, well then, Foo, here's one other way to look at it.
Okay.
For everyone not familiar with the MCU or any history, this show makes no goddamn absolute sense to them.
And this wasn't for them. This honestly was not for them.
Yeah, we talked about this already.
Yeah.
Okay.
No fight there, huh? Okay.
So number 3, Pietro's powers.
Mm-hmm.
How did Ralph all of a sudden have all these super speed? How is Agatha able to manufacture these powers?
Maybe the same way that Scarlet Witch did it with her kids. Same kind of magic.
Scarlet Witch but that's the difference though, is that Scarlet Witch's chaos magic can make that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Agatha had that ability. I think she could just manipulate them, and move them like a puppet. I don't think she was able to completely give them powers.
Well, he's essentially like a homunculus, her eyes and ears, right? So, and she can do all kinds of things already, as in her first encounter when she revealed herself to Wanda. She can do transmutation. She can do. She can hide the kids in probably another dimension. We don't know that. And she probably gave Pietro, this is my theory, super speed so that he can go wherever he needs to go as soon as Agnes needs her or needs him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I'll accept that answered whatever. Anyways, number 4, Vision somehow gets through the hex. Last week, Hayward's activated Vision, his evil Vision. This week, he's just inside Westview. With no explanation how he managed to get through, it's impenetrable barrier. Okay, I can actually find fault in this because when did Wanda open up the hex?
She opened up the hex
before White Vision showed up, or White Vision was already in there, right?
He was already in there.
Yeah.
Remember he surprised her, and she's like, Vision?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So again, how the hell did he get in if nothing else could get in?
Because he's Vision, man.
Damn it, dude.
Damn, Foo. All right. I'll take it. I'll take that.
I'm going to put that in my big list of so there's.
Oh, yeah. No, that's actually, I think that actually works because he's made up of what Vision is, and she recognized that part subconsciously and let him in.
But she didn't even let the other one out. So what's that?
He can't leave.
He was a part of the hex. He couldn't leave a hex that if there was no hex, he wouldn't be able to.
Okay,
exist.
Foo, so now you're saying she knows what she's doing? Then you're saying she doesn't know what she's doing?
Oh,
make up your fucking mind.
Foo.
I think you should shut up and keep going. Let's do that.
Foo, alluding to the whole Hayward's master plan. The fuck, man? This dude all season teased something weird about the guy. He had a hexagon of diplomas, apparently, according to this thing. And so did he just resurrect Vision just to take out Wanda? I mean, did this dude really just use his one trump card, his one fucking $100 billion device that could, end all wars just to take out Wanda?
Well,
Maximoff?
like
he showed up. He showed up just to retreat.
Well, like he explained, he created Vision I know that the Accords don't allow for Vision to be reanimated, but he was going to justify his resurrection by taking care of Wanda, who was a threat.
Where is this said?
Wasn't it in his evil monologue when he was talking to Jimmy Woo?
He was like, no one's gonna care as long as I kill Wanda. It's
yeah,
like, but
that's.
But still, like,
it's
so everyone's gonna be like, hey man, we're gonna hold the Avengers to this strict ass Sokovia Accords, but we'll give you a pass.
That's what his logic was, which I'm like, all right, I'm glad you lost this fight.
Yeah.
So,
no, they said it. They addressed that.
Yeah, half-assedly.
Oh,
All you need is one line.
There's still more movies coming.
Is enough for a reason. All right. Well, I'm going to skip number 7 because I actually see fault in this.
I want to hear it. I want to hear what it says.
It's the Darkhold discrepancy, and it's just alluding to the fact that Darkhold was already introduced in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Runaway series. And again, we don't know if these are even canon because supposedly they were supposed to be set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And the Darkhold being in this show completely makes the others non-canon. It kind of pretty much just sets them up for that they're non-canon. So it's just mostly saying how Marvel's kind of contradicting themselves now between their TV shows and their actual universe.
Get ready to hear more contradictions when the multiverse opens up.
Oh God, it's just going to be nonstop, Foo.
Yeah.
Nonstop. So that's why I was alluding to we should just pass over this because either way, the Darkhold showing up in this is still it's still good. It's still good.
Yeah.
And then lastly, the entire reason for the WandaVision show, the one that was actually literally being broadcast all over the television waves. Last week's episode made it clear that Wanda would be tempted to use her powers to create a fantasy world inspired by American sitcoms that she loved as a kid. What it never really explained was why she also broadcast an actual WandaVision show as part of that. Since Wanda ultimately wanted what was to be left alone with her family in her fantasy world, and broadcasting that show helped Sword figure out what was happening and how to undo it. Throughout the series, Wanda kept insisting that she wasn't consciously doing certain things, and perhaps this was one of the accidental byproducts of the Hex. If so, it was a very strange one. And also, if so, she was also editing the show as she was making it, since we saw that happen multiple times as well.
True. Yeah, I mean that one's a hard pill to swallow, considering there's a lot going on. I think it's just one of those things. Like there's a lot she didn't know. Apparently, she didn't know that when everybody in town was asleep, they would see her nightmares. There's a lot that she didn't know that she was doing. So, but when she didn't like something, like the beekeeper guy coming out of the sewer. She's like, all right, fuck this. I'm taking care of this right now. I don't know.
It's part of the Infinity Stone. Like she has part of the Mind Stone in her, and the power just can't be contained.
So I'm glad you brought that up because here's my last thing. This has nothing to do with the unanswered questions. Again, we agree the show is around an 80%. It's an 80% at most right now. 85 if you want to kind of
88.
Go low.
Right, don't push your luck, dude, with that.
Don't push 88. Again, but here's other things because it leaves a lot of unanswered questions and a lot of things that contradict what Marvel's currently spouting out right now, like the fact that the Infinity Stones no longer exist. Yes, the physical stones no longer exist, but the powers are still out there, I believe, in the Marvel universe. Because you have Captain Marvel, who pretty much is the essence of the Space Stone.
Yeah.
She still has that ability within her. And then you have the Mind Stone, which right now we know Wanda still holds pieces of and parts of that magic, seeing as how there's singularities.
And also
so I
Spectrum,
feel
that's how Spectrum was created now.
And now we have the other 4 stones that they're out there. Their abilities are out there in some shape or form. And I think this is going to lead to like the Soul Stone showing up in Adam Warlock, because that's how Adam Warlock, he is synonymous with the Soul Stone. Like I have a feeling that's where that energy goes to revive him in some way. Like I just want to get your guys' thoughts on if the Infinity magic or abilities are still out there.
You can't destroy energy, man. You can only pass it along.
Exactly. Remember the
Yes,
singularities,
Foo.
Foos.
And actually, and
Go
don't
ahead.
forget, and this might be news, Foos, but Marvel Comics actually announced that they're going to be doing an infinite, some type of infinite storyline where they bring the stones back, but not exactly the way that they were brought back before.
Yeah.
Like they're going to exist in Heroes, pretty much.
I think that would be valid. As far as Infinity Stones being used to some capacity, even though they're like not all there. Don't forget, Doctor Strange has the Time Stone, or has some essence of the Time Stone. So without that, he wouldn't really have any power. So I think there's still...
What? No.
He's the
That's
Sorcerer
wrong.
Supreme. God damn it.
No.
Yeah, remember he learned magic
still
before
able
he even
to
touched
use the
the
Time
Time Stone.
I'm just saying energy can be transferred to something else.
Yeah.
And I don't want to live in a world where the MCU doesn't follow the laws of thermodynamics.
I mean, Foo. That's what I'm
Physics,
saying. The
Foo.
energy's out there, Foo. We still don't know where the reality stone is. I mean, remember, Jane touched the reality stone, so maybe Thor 4 shows how Jane was affected
That's
by the
why
reality
she
stone.
becomes Thor. Holy shit.
Indeed.
Imagine this was all a dream.
I would just swear off the MCU.
End of the MCU.
And we've killed Josh.
But whose dream was it?
It was all Darcy's dream.
Yes.
Ugh.
Yes.
What happened to Darcy at the end? She just crashes on Hayward, and then you don't see her for the
No,
rest
she
of the
bounced.
Or what if this is Dr. Selvig's dream, since he did go insane after Avengers?
Oh, snap, son. After
We haven't
Loki
seen him
used
in a
the
while.
stone.
That's true. We haven't.
Or it's a future projection of what could happen through the mind of Professor X. So he has the X-Men destroy
All right,
everything.
get out. Steph, Jose, show her the door.
All right,
Show her the
Foo,
door.
throw her to the dogs, Foo.
for all the pets. All right. Well,
All right,
Take that, Foo. We all like it.
okay, good. Hey, that. I'm pleasantly surprised, Foo. No.
And now, Foo, you're going to love Attack on Titan. You just got to sit your impatient ass down there, Foo.
I'm looking forward to
Foo.
tomorrow's episode, or yesterday as we record this.
Me and the Foo just recently read the recent chapter, which is the second to last chapter of the manga.
Yes,
And
look at him.
God
Look
damn
at this
it.
distinguished
my
gentleman.
God, Foo. It is it had all of us quite shook, and it will definitely have you guys shocked.
Okay,
and
cool.
appalled.
The series is
Not
ending on
appalled.
a high note. The series is ending on a very high note for sure.
Now, what do you know about this series ending? Like actually ending?
So
isn't there rumblings of-
me and the Foo were talking about this before the pod, and the way the chapters line up, and the way right now the episodes are kind of lining up, it's really much lining up to a point in the manga where, spoiler alert, everyone, the rumbling starts, and we believe it'll stop right there, and then everything.
They're gonna piss you off so much, Jose.
Oh yeah,
They're gonna leave it on a crazy cliffhanger, and you're gonna punch Taz, dude.
And but what they were, I remember that they're talking about making a different series, calling it Attack on Titan Path, which is alluding to something that happens in the second after the rumbling starts. And pretty much what me and the Foo just read, you could fit that into several movies, like into at least 3 movies. Like it's so action packed. It's like there's so much shit that happens in there that needs to be explained in movies. And yeah, they may end up making 3 movies, or like they said, it'll probably be just a second series that'll finish it off, calling it The Path.
Well, what do you think about this, man? Because we've already seen a failed attempt of making Attack on Titan movies recently.
Wait, what?
No, not live action, Foo. Anime movies.
Okay. Well, it would.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a good idea to pursue a live action version of these Attack on Titan?
Not at all.
No,
Not at all.
Not at all. The right now the CGI, it would be too much. I think right now it just wouldn't.
What if Zack
'cause
Snyder did it?
Huh?
What if Zack Snyder did it in like that 300 type of?
No,
Don't make me say no again, Foo. I've said no so many times.
Foo, we're barely going to tolerate Justice League, okay?
But Foo,
barely going to tolerate Justice League. I'll repeat myself.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, after seeing those Japanese live action ones, it's going to be really hard to tell this epic of a storyline in movie form. I think the way the anime does it, it's as best as you're probably going to get, especially with the graphics and the kind of things that we see, especially like the Colossal Titan and the Armored Titan and all that. But yeah, I mean, guys, you just got to hold on tight. The anime gets better. We're actually going to start hitting some pretty crazy shit going down in the anime right before the rumbling.
And Foos, if you still are upset with the series and they just assassinated Commander Zackley, I mean, goddamn, Foo, what are you expecting?
Yeah, I mean, look, you cannot look at Eren as a hero at all in this series. At all. Now, Eren has completely turned heel, and he is public enemy number one.
Foo, you're gonna hate who the hero. Foo, you're gonna hate who the hero is now, Foo.
Oh man,
it's fucking Gabby.
It's fucking Rhina.
What?
Oh, okay, that's it. I'm leaving.
He's been the asshole for 3 seasons.
Foo, reading the end, like this last part of the manga, all the shit that they include in it, it really kind of leads to sympathizing with everyone else but Eren. Like you're starting to see Eren's a sick bastard.
Foo, do we just like Eren because we saw the parody story first? What if we saw the Marley story first, Foo?
I mean, yeah, I guess at this point, because it again, like you said, 4 years have gone by, right? Of us not knowing what happened in between. So yeah, he probably learned a few things about his family history, which they touched on one of the recent seasons. And he's just like, all right, well, fuck the world, because he's gone rogue.
Yeah, in this next episode on the anime, we're going to kind of get an idea of what Eren was doing during those 4 years and what is Zeke's real plan. Because when you guys really find out Zeke's real plan and then everything else that's going to be happening, it's going to start getting good for you guys. So this next episode, be ready. Now things are going to start heating up. Unfortunately, there's only 4 more episodes I think left in the anime. So yeah, it's going to be good, Foos. It's going to be good.
This season was meant to set up Marley because we didn't know Marley at all.
Yeah.
So it was meant to understand Marley, and pretty much set up Falco, Gabby, Pieck, Galliard, all these guys.
And the only thing that this season has paid off with was explaining where these Titans are coming from and where they originated from too. So I was, so far it's been satisfactory with that perspective, but they haven't paid anything else off. Now we did get a few cool fighting scenes that
was a badass scene with the Warhammer, if I might say.
Yeah, all those fighting scenes have been fucking great, but there's been a lot of lulls. And
they're all talking.
Yeah, a whole lot of talking.
Well, listen to what they're saying, Steph.
Oh, I'm listening, but goddamn, hurry it up.
They could have said it faster.
Right?
No, they could not.
No, they couldn't have. They're literally saying it as fast as they can.
They could have just gotten a PowerPoint, given us some bullet points. Yeah.
Just have a quick recap from Armin.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Armin would have
explained it. Hey man, I'm all for it, but that's not how it's going down.
I am aware of that now. Yes, thank you, Foo.
Just enjoy the ride, Foo. Just enjoy the ride.
All right.
Well, Foo, is that it for Geeking Out?
Well, I thought the Foo had some video game knowledge. Is that right?
That's what, Foo.
That's right, Foo.
Well, let's go ahead and intro this.
Music to my ears, Foo.
Alrighty then.
That's all I hear.
Thanks, Foo. Halo owes Jim Carrey a ton of money.
All kinds of money.
All right, Foos. Well, I thought that this week I would actually introduce or recap something that I have been up to lately since I've gotten my PlayStation, Foo. That is, no, Foo. No. That's not allowed.
Okay, not that one.
Plus, the life of the controller will be degraded if I keep doing that.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
but Foo. So what I did when I got my new PlayStation, I was just like, right. No, I did not.
Oh, okay.
There are no significant releases for the PlayStation or the next gens right now. So what I did, Foo, is I went back to the 2020 Game of the Year, The Last of Us 2, Foo.
Ooh.
And I played the series. No, it's not. The Last of Us and The Last of the Seaman, Foo.
You said it.
I mean, you're going there, man. You're going there.
Am I?
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
Anyways, Foos, I had such a blast playing the game, and the game is equally as frustrating as it is enjoyable. And the end of the game just left me I was not happy, and in a good way, in a really good way.
Oh,
jeez.
Oh, so that's what the TFE does all day.
Shut up.
Band practice, huh, Foo?
Oh, we practice all right.
Yeah, circle jerk.
No wonder you're always so tired after practice.
That's why we cover all circle jerk songs.
Shut up.
Mimsy.
Anyways, Foos, I blasted through the story of Last of Us 2.
Yeah, you did.
Oh my God, let him talk.
God damn, dude. Fucking TFE's got
problems. I'll shut up now.
Foo, the game, I completed the game on the difficult mode in 1 week, and it inspired me to actually play the original game, which I am doing right now, on the most gruesome setting, Foo. And goddamn, man, if you die, you have to restart at the beginning of the action, Foo, of where you last checked out from.
Mm-hmm.
Are the checkpoints pretty few and far in between?
Well, if you're going through a sequence of fighting scenes on a level, if you die once, you got to start at the beginning of the checkpoint. Like, if you clear a section, and then you're going to go through more fighting, it restarts you before any fighting takes place.
Dang, so you gotta, but you're doing it in that insane mode, right?
Yeah, I'm doing it in that insane mode. So a lot of it has to be this gameplay. The gameplay is very good. Steph can attest to it. It's a lot of sneaking around. It's a mix of combat stealth mode and just straight up, like trying to be good with your decision making. Because at times it's good to be stealth. At times it's good to, take people out and not, kill everyone, just like take one or two guys out and just, sneak past everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And then at times it's just good to get the shotgun out and just fucking kill everyone on the field.
Nice.
If you can find the bullets, though.
Yeah. So with the mode I'm playing in the original game, you have to kill 2 or 3 enemies before you can get another bullet drop or two. So you have to make them count. And stealth mode, in the hard mode, you get no ammo drops from doing stealth kills. Yeah, it's fucking annoying as fuck. But anyways, Foos, I thought I would talk about these games because I really enjoyed it. And spoiler alert, Foo, I'm just going to ruin the game for everyone and tell the whole series of events, Foo. Are you ready, Foo?
Cunt.
Go ahead.
By the way, I was looking for that soundbite on the internet and I couldn't find it.
You have it right here, sir.
Cunt.
Okay, there we go, Foo. Thanks for the reminder.
Anytime.
All right. Well, Foo, The Last of Us. Over the years, the game awards, or like Game of the Year and whatnot, they change. There's no consistency in the gaming world. So back in 2013, The Last of Us actually won PlayStation 3 Game of the Year. That was when the PlayStation 3 was around.
Mm-hmm.
And then most recently in 2020, The Last of Us 2 won Game of the Year plus several other awards, which I will now go to. Where's my notes? Here they are. Last of Us 2 won Most Anticipated Game of the Year, Best Narrative, Best Audio Design, Best Action Adventure, Best Performance, Best Art, Best Score and Music, and special commendations for graphics and sound. Food. They just won a shitload of awards for this last one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna just pretty much tell you what the game's about, Foo. And if you want to play the game, man, just fucking carve out some time. Play on the easy mode. Take the Steph way. Just get her done.
Get her done.
Get her done.
Yeah.
I will, man.
I've been playing that game for a year.
I'll.
It's not that hard. Okay, so everyone knows.
I don't have time to play it.
Doesn't play it.
I don't have time to play it.
I'll do you a better one, man. I'll just go on like Twitch and watch somebody else play it.
Yeah. There you go, Foo.
Yeah.
And then for the now that they've come out with all these updates and whatnot, you can actually replay the game. When I beat Last of Us 2, it unlocked a shitload of extra content for me.
Mm-hmm.
It lets you change the color spectrum of the game you play in, so you can go back and play the game in noir mode, black and white. You can play it in gamma mode, where it's just crazy colors. You can play it like in a green hue setting. You can play it in like a sunset setting, the whole game.
What the hell?
Crazy shit. You have the option to activate stuff like unlimited ammo, unlimited grenades, unlimited weapons, like the combat weapons, because in the game you can only use like a bat for like 5 or 6 hits,
Mm-hmm.
and it fucking breaks. So there are all these like there's all these like new quirks you can use to replay the game in, because they actually encourage replay at the harder settings. And the second Last of Us actually introduced a brand new mode called permadeath, where if at any point in the game you die, you restart at the opening credits of the game.
What the fuck? That would piss me off so much.
Fuck
that. I don't know if I'm ready to play that, but I have been watching a couple people on Twitch do it. And then when they get that overrun, when they get overrun by the clickers or whatnot, oh, dude, they just give up and they just toss the controller.
Because it's over. They just spent all of these hours.
It's a full gameplay of any mode of about 4 or 5 hours. There's just a lot of shit. If you're actively trying to like pick up notes and find the pendants and everything, trying to play the game instead of speed through it. If you're actually playing the whole game, it takes like 5 or 6 hours to complete.
Wow.
So it's a grand waste of time, dude, if you accidentally like throw a brick and then like you forget there's 3 people behind you and you fucking die. which has happened to me. Except I'm not going to try that mode, and if I do, I will try to stream it and try not to lose my shit if I die.
Do you have your own Twitch, or are you twitching off of the Fubar Show's Twitch?
I do have my own Twitch, Foo, but you know what? I can do it off the Fubar Show one, Foo.
Sure, man. Knock yourself out.
That'll be some good content.
And then
Twitch it, Foo.
That's right.
Well, anyways, Foo, I wanted to recap on what was so exciting about these games. Game number 1, you're in a universe where all of a sudden there's a crazy infection outbreak, and no one knows what's going on. You're a girl named Sarah, and your dad's name is Joel, and spoiler alert, Joel becomes the main series of the main character of the series.
Mm-hmm.
It's the middle of the night. Explosions are starting. Your neighbor like breaks into your house, and he's fucking like slobbering and doing all this crazy shit, like he's making weird noises, and then Joel shoots him in the fucking face. And then after that, Joel takes Sarah to meet up with his brother Tommy, and they try to skip town, and then of course the highway is all packed up, so they try to run through the city. And then, dude, there's just random people like running up to cars, like bashing into it with their head. They're like biting people, eating them. It's fucking weird. You have to like you do a small run through of like trying to escape the immediate area, and you get stuck in a bar. And then your brother Tommy, he helps. He's like, here, I'll hold them off as long as I can. You take Sarah and run. So Joel starts running with Sarah into the wilderness, and then they get approached by a guy in full, body armor, military guy, with, gas mask and everything. And he's like, stay where you are, don't move. And then he calls it in, and Joel is like, just let us go, man. We're not infected. And the guy's like on the radio, and he's like, are you fucking serious? There's a fucking kid here. And then he hangs up the radio, and then he like points his gun, and he's like, sorry, man. And then he shoots Joel, or Joel like spins out of the way, and then Tommy comes and shoots the guy in the back of the head.
Mm-hmm.
So you escape the situation, except you don't, Foo, because the guy shot Sarah in the stomach, and then you proceed to watch Sarah bleed out.
Dang.
And then, Foo, guess what happens next, Foo? The game flashes forward to 20 years later.
Mm-hmm.
And now Joel's a smuggler, and you're with your smuggler buddy Tess, and you're kind of, doing a side mission. And there's this radical group called the Fireflies. This is a post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of weird shit. There's checkpoints, cities are on lockdown, there's food rationings, all blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
You get it. You meet this group called the Fireflies, and they're pretty much like the restorationists for government, except they're against the current government. And you actually meet your brother Tommy is an ex-Firefly,
Mm-hmm.
so you have ties to him. You go on a fucking mission, and you find out that the Fireflies actually want you to smuggle a girl to Colorado. And, little be known, there's no real rhyme or reason to it until you get caught up by the military. They almost catch you, and then you find out that the little girl actually got bit by one of the infected.
Uh-huh.
And normally the infected, the virus takes over before you turn into like pretty much a zombie, but they call them like clickers and walkers.
Right.
Except the little girl got the bite 3 weeks ago. So now it's like your smuggling buddy wants you to make sure the girl gets delivered. And then so you pretty much carry on the remainder of the game, going through crazy situations. You run through rogue groups of hunters and like crazy ass people who like string up bodies and hang people and like slit their throats. And then you get all the way to Colorado, Foo, but there's no more legal cannabis, Foo.
Ah.
Yeah.
It is the apocalypse.
It is the apocalypse confirmed, Foo. So after you've gone through this epic fucking journey with Allie, because the whole point of the journey is you're trying to get a vaccine. Mm-hmm. The Fireflies believe they can make a vaccine from Allie's DNA. Well, Foo, guess what, man? They take her in for a bunch of MRIs and whatnot.
Yeah.
And this is like the last group of viable doctors left in the world, too.
Uh-huh.
They discover the only way they can create a vaccine is by killing Allie and extracting some parts of her brain.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so...
How did they figure that out?
Well, they figured... One of the guys is a neuroscientist.
Mm-hmm.
And he figured out that there is some type of secretion from the brain that pretty much they have to extract it to be able to manufacture a vaccine. The only way you can do it is if you
kill them.
You kill them, and then you can extract part of their brain matter.
Mm-hmm.
So you figure that out at near the end of the game, and you're on the last sequence of the game, and Joel gets the news like, hey, the only way we can get this vaccine is if we kill Allie. And Joel refuses. And Joel just starts getting in a fight with these guys.
Mm-hmm.
And Joel eventually escapes. And he confronts... they take Allie to the fucking room to do surgery. They're about to kill her ass.
Yeah.
And they want to make this vaccine. Well, Joel shows up. And the doctor kind of gets crazy. And he's just like, hey, don't, we have to do this. And then Joel's like, I'm not going to let you kill Allie. And the doctor pretty much takes a knife up to Joel and Allie. So, mind you, man, these are the last goddamn scientists, surgeons in the world, dude.
Right.
These last neurosurgeons. Joel just straight up murders them.
Jesus.
Joel murders them, and he quote unquote saves Allie.
Uh-huh.
And because Allie already got put under anesthesia. Mm-hmm. So she was, as far as she knows, she was going to have the surgery to get the vaccine.
Okay.
So your last battle is pretty much you escaping the medical facility in the first game.
Yeah.
And Allie comes to as you're driving away, and she's like, what happened? And Joel's like, they couldn't do it. So we left. Sorry, kiddo. So Allie's all defeated, and then the game fucking ends, dude.
So he lied to her then.
Yeah, he lied to her, and everyone thought this was the fucking dopest game ever. Crazy twist, dude, to introduce at the end of the game. The main character had to die to save the world, pretty much.
Right.
But Joel didn't allow it for personal reasons because he started to, like, you know, form a bond and love Allie like his own daughter. So,
like the Fifth Element.
Pretty much, Foo, pretty much. Except, you know, he doesn't bone her in the end, like in the closing sequence.
Right.
Anyways, here we are, Foo. 7 years later, we finally get the sequel, Last of Us Part 2. It's 4 years later, Foo. And this game has increased in the graphics, the gameplay, the weaponry. It's just a far superior playability aspect of it, Foo. The storyline, it gets you, man. New to the story, unbeknownst to me, Foo, you don't play as Joel for most of the story.
You play as Ellie?
You play as Allie, and in the first opening act, Foo, you actually start playing as another girl called Abby. And unbeknownst to you, but you're looking for someone, and they don't mention any names. And you're out in a snowstorm, and you get caught up, and there's clickers about to run. You know, you're trying to evade some clickers, and unbeknownst to her, she's about to get taken over, and then two guys show up and save her ass. And they escape into a warehouse, and they're just like, hey, there's too many. We got to jump on some horses and get out of here. All the exits are cut off. There's clickers in the building. You know, we're going to have to fight and going to have to get through here. And then the guy goes, what's your name? She's like, my name's Ab. And he's like, oh, nice to meet you. My name's Tommy. This is my brother, Joel. And then Abby's face just freezes. So you kind of put two and two together like, oh, shit, the guy she was looking for is Joel. Well, Foo, they end up escaping this abandoned warehouse where the clickers are on horseback. And Abby is like, hey, we can, you know, Joel's pretty much says we can't go back to the town where they came from because the snow's too harsh. So Abby's like, I have a group nearby. We set up camp in this abandoned mansion. And then Joel's like, okay, we know where that is. Let's go. So they escape the clickers, head over there. And then the clickers are in hot pursuit of them, actually, but they're able to hold them off. And, you know, they're barely able to get in there. And then the group's like, hey, you know, thanks for saving Abby, blah, blah, blah. And they're just like, do you guys want to, like, get some supplies and stay with us? And then they're just like, no, we don't want to, you know, cause you any extra burden. As soon as the storm passes, we're going to head out. So they all kind of go into the mansion together, and then one of the guys introduces himself, and the guy goes, hey, my name's Tommy, and this is Joel. And then everyone in the room, dude, fucking starts getting shifty, and then they fucking grab Joel and Tommy, and they knock out Tommy, and then they fucking shotgun Joel's kneecap off.
Dang.
Yeah, and then the girl Abby grabs a golf club. And Joel's like, just fucking say what you got to do and get it done. And she's like, you don't get to rush me going through this. And, you know, Joel's been missing for a few hours. So Allie's actually out looking for him. Allie stumbles to the mansion, and she notices there's people yelling, and there's like a thudding going on. Allie breaks into the room, and she sees this girl just beating the shit out of Joel in a pool of blood. And then Allie breaks in, but they stop her. And then Allie's like slashes a guy in the face, so they want to fuck up Allie. And then, you know, she's kind of disoriented, but like this dude walks up to Ab and he's like, finish it now. And then they kind of have a little back and forth, and then fucking just this girl Abby just executes Joel with a golf club in the fucking opening act, dude.
Dang, dude.
I was so pissed when that happened.
This pissed off a shitload of people, man. People claim to have stopped playing the game when Joel died.
Really?
Oh.
So mad.
Yeah. And dude, you played the first game as Joel.
Yeah, so you're expecting to continue to do that.
It's a hit in the gut, dude. Yeah. You're mad. You're fucking mad.
It's like in that 80s Transformers movie where they kill Optimus in the first scene.
Oh, dude. Terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And then Hot Rod becomes Rodimus Prime Foo.
Rodimus.
Is that what happens?
That's what happens, dude.
Oh, shit. I forgot.
Yeah, you kept texting, apparently. Anyways.
I hadn't seen that movie in ages. I just remember the part where Optimus dies.
Yeah, me too. Anyways,
Everybody remembers that part.
Yeah, I stopped caring.
Unless you're a Megatron fan, you don't care.
Yeah, right.
Okay, anyways, Foos. So that was the big decisive point in the game. Mind you, they were on the fucking introduction of the game, and Joel's dead. And you're just like, I've been playing this game for an hour, maybe. I know there are hours left to go. What's going to happen? And this game, dude, I shit you not. This game fucks with you the whole time you go. You pretty much play the remainder of half of the game as Allie, and then you end up reverting to that girl that killed Joel, Abby. You start to explore her storyline after halfway point of the game. And you go through her whole military background, and it turns out, Foo, the real reason they were looking for Joel is because the surgeon in the first game who was going to kill Allie was Abby's dad, Foo.
Oh,
shit.
Yeah, and the group she escaped the Fireflies with, they were all teenagers and, young people in their early and late teens. And all of their parents were fucking taken out by Joel in the first game because Joel completely killed all of them in the first game.
Yeah, I guess you can't forget that he made some very powerful enemies in that first game, I guess.
And they hint at that throughout the game because when Abby goes to Seattle, so they have to go across the country to Seattle to find this military group called the Wolves. They say like Allie's girlfriend's like, who would want to kill Joel? And then Allie straight up like, Joel told me he's made a lot of enemies in the last 25 years. Like, remember, Joel was a fucking smuggler,
right?
So he crossed a lot of people, and you actually find out during the game. It's hinted at, you don't know what happened. But when you get to a certain part of the game, you actually get to the reveal moment of where Allie goes back to Colorado and is back at the facility, and she's going through notes and she's trying to figure out what happened because Joel has just been like, hey, I told you the surgery didn't work.
Yeah.
That was the end of it. But then Allie was like, okay, but the Fireflies don't exist anymore. What happened? And Joel's just like,
all right.
Fuck.
I forgot that he lied to her. Yeah.
Yeah, Joel's just like, I don't know. So Allie shows up and finds some recorded tapes pretty much saying like, he killed them all. He took away our future. There's no way a vaccine can ever be made now, even if they have the girl. So Allie gives Joel an ultimatum of tell me the truth. And if you don't, I'm out of your life forever. But if you tell me, I'll go back to the town where we live at. But me and you are not going to be on good terms for the rest of our lives. So, go ahead.
So all that happens before Joel dies?
But so no. All this is flashback stuff throughout the course of the game, and so
yes,
that's the point of this game, man. It's like, who's in the wrong here? They wanted to kill Allie, but for what? For the vaccine. But then the argument can be made. It was like, what the fuck will the vaccine do? It's not proven to work, and the people who are infected, they can't turn back into normal humans. They're infected zombies.
This is just so you don't turn into a zombie if you were to get bit or something, right?
Right. Okay. So it's I guess from that standpoint, it kind of would have been pointless as well, in a way. Because there were too many unknowns they found out going into like if they could even make the vaccine. But I guess the surgeon was dead bent on like, we can make it happen. But even his staff was like, we're unsure.
Well, what do you got to lose in the apocalypse? If it means sparing one little girl to try to see if you can get something going,
and And see, man, that's where the big debate comes in. You kill this innocent girl. Where do you draw the line? They're operating in the gray, man. It's not black and white anymore. And so, I mean, Abby is the villain of the game, but goddamn, man, she's got a good reason to want to kill Joel, though.
Yeah.
Joel killed her dad and everyone's family. So it's justice for her end. What the fuck?
So is she like Eren Yeager?
In a way, except Fu, you actually start to sympathize with Abby and one of the factions she's warring with, she actually gets saved by some kids of this group called Scars who don't believe in future technology, so they're back to using bow and arrows and knives and shit. So she actually saves 2 kids, and she pretty much forms the relationship that Joel formed with Allie in the first game with them.
Yeah.
And the game kind of crescendos where she decides to leave the group she's with, but Allie killed all of Abby's friends in the end, except Abby. And Abby has the chance to kill Allie after a final showdown. And then, but Allie's girlfriend is pregnant who's pregnant from a guy, by the way.
Of course.
Yeah. She kind of saves Allie, but Abby fucks her up. And then Allie's like, please don't kill her. She's pregnant. And Abby's like, good, as she's about to slit her throat.
Dang.
Dude, this game is fucking nuts. And the kid stops Abby from doing it. And they kind of end it there for now. And then later in the game, you find out that Abby actually is trying to rejoin the Fireflies again, because that's what her friends wanted. And her and her like kid friend now get taken hostage in Santa Barbara. And Allie has established a life for herself with her girlfriend and now their kid. And Allie pretty much decides to leave her family to finally go kill Abby. Except the group that has taken Abby prisoner, they've been like starving her and like they put everyone on these crucifixes, dude.
Oh shit.
Fucking crazy, dude. So she goes to kill Abby, but Abby is like tortured. So she kind of helps Abby escape. But then after they're about to leave, Allie's like, I can't let you leave after what you've done. And then Abby's like, I'm not fucking doing this. I'm not fighting you. I'm not doing anything. Let us go. So Allie goes up to the kid and she's about to slit his throat. And she's like, we're going to fight to the death right now. And she's like, leave him out of this. And she's like, if you don't fight me, I'll kill him because you brought him into this.
Dang.
So yeah, so you get the final showdown between Allie and Abby, Fu. And then Allie's about to kill Abby. And then she kind of has some flashbacks with Joel. And she decides to let Abby go, Fu.
Weak.
And that pissed people off so much.
Yeah.
There are fucking Reddits and YouTube videos and Facebook videos of people just shitting all over this game.
That's what happened when Rick let Negan live.
Yeah. So Allie lets Abby and the kid go. And Allie goes back to her house where her and her girlfriend were with their kid. Well, because she left, her girlfriend actually deserted the house. And they abandoned the house and they moved. And the last scene is Allie playing guitar, playing a song that Joel taught her how to play. And then, boom, game over.
Dang, Fu.
All alone.
Yep. So, because in a flashback scene before she traveled back home, she actually had a confrontation with Joel the night before the events of the game started. And she was like, why didn't you fucking let me die? My life would have meant something. And then Joel was like, your life did mean something to me. And Allie was just like, no, you fucking should have let me die. She's like, I can never forgive you, but we can start to, make amends now.
Right.
And that was the night before the series of the events of the game happened.
Oh,
dude. Yeah. Game is crazy, dude.
You know the hardest part about this game was that you have to kill dogs.
Yeah.
And you can hear them just like crying out in pain.
Yeah, they make the whale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
That happens in Call of Duty too. Where
My
you gotta
boy.
kill some of the
Actually,
German
Foo,
shepherds.
in this game, if a dog runs up on you, you get to like hold it off for a minute, and it's up to you if you want to stab it in the neck or not.
Jeez, can I pet it?
No,
Oh, that's not even an option.
nope.
That's fucked.
Actually, yeah. If you play as Abby, you can pet it and play. You can play fetch with the dog.
Oh, okay.
Those are her dogs.
I'll just do that.
Yeah, but anyways, Foo is a great ending. Great as storyline. I didn't personally like the ending, but then again, I mean, our game's all about fan service. You know, I mean, this isn't WandaVision, right, Foos?
Shut up, man. Shut up. You know,
Just kidding,
I
man.
think
It's a
you're
good show.
desensitized at this point because one of your previously one of your favorite shows was Lost, and look at how that ended.
Mm-hmm. It's a whole
Don't
fucking dream, dude.
no. Stop it. Hey, Foo, never forget, Foo. J.J. Abrams still at the helm.
Yeah. Well, is that gonna do it for geeking out there, Foos?
Sure, Foo. I hope you like The Last of Us 2 rundown, Foo.
Yeah, man.
It was a
Thanks
great fucking game. Go play it. Go get your emotions wrapped up in the bottle and have them fucking shit on, dude. Go try it.
Cool, man. Well, we'll be right back with the joint report.
Are you on weed? Give me some. I'll smoke you two under the table.
And the joint report is brought to us by High Spirits, the best cannabis-infused vodka. Eh? Well, anyway, Foos, I wanted...
Well, I would like to hear more about that sponsor.
It's a fake one, man. I don't know what else to tell you.
Fourth wall, dude. Come on.
Sorry. Well, Foos, we've been hearing about it all week. People have been posting about it. I've been personally excited about this, but this week it was announced that Seth Rogen is bringing his own weed brand, and people are losing their minds. He's at least bringing it to the United States. And people have been posting I've been seeing it all over Instagram, and I'm sure it's all over Twitter too. But I wanted to play this message. It's just a 1-minute message that he posted on his Twitter.
Hi, I'm Seth Rogen, and if you know anything about me at all, I'm going to assume it's that I really love weed. But what you probably don't know about me is that I have been working on my own weed company for the last 10 years, and we are finally ready to launch in America. It's called Houseplant, and what we're doing is bringing you the best strains of weed that have been hand-picked, and by that I mean hand-smoked, by me. It's just the weed that I love, that I want to be smoking. It comes in these adorable little tins. We have an orange one for sativa, a purple one for indica, and it even stacks. Another thing we're doing is making beautiful house goods for people who smoke weed. We have things like this block table lighter, which is a table lighter with an ashtray for the lid. I lose my lighters all the fucking time, but no more, because this dude is hard to lose. This is just the beginning. This is honestly my life's work, and I've never been more excited about anything. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. So this guy, I mean, like he said, this is just the beginning. So I wonder if this is going to be like a Seth Rogen version of that of Josh from the Raw papers, where he's just making and inventing all kinds of like pipes and ways of smoking weed and different tinctures and stuff like that. Because we're seeing a lot of this where celebrities are creating their own weed, especially the celebrities who we all know and love that are, they're enthusiasts, cannabis enthusiasts. Wilfred is one of the cool ones. I don't know if you guys have seen, but Wilfred, and it's really the actor who does Wilfred, the dog. Mm-hmm. But Wilfred has his own brand, and I talked about this before, where it's CBD cigarettes. Like it looks like a cigarette, like a Marlboro cigarette, but when you smoke it, and it's not THC, there's just CBD. So instead of giving you that nicotine kind of high to wake you up in the morning, it's that chilled out CBD feeling that you get by smoking one of these things. So
stick of weed, Foo.
That's right, Foo. Speaking of celebrity weed brands, Jay-Z's weed brand is another thing I wanted to talk about. This month alone, he's been posting all kinds of ads calling out contradictions in the cannabis laws throughout the United States. I want to read some of the ads that they all come in black and white. And the first one is, you can marry your first cousin. Shut up, Foo. You can marry your first cousin in more states than you can buy recreational weed. That's one of the ads. And this is Jay-Z's Monogram brand. So I think I've talked about that before as well. And the ads were posted by an ad agency called Mischief at no fixed address and in partnership with Jay-Z's Monogram. They've rolled out a line of digital and billboard ads that point that out in areas where cannabis has yet to be legalized. Acts like marrying cousins, texting and driving, having relations with farm animals, and practicing cannibalism are still legal. So another one is, for example, another one of the ads is, there's a state in America where cannibalism is technically legal and cannabis isn't. And it looks like a legit kind of like, you know, those truth ads that you see every now and then on ads, like big posters. That's kind of what this looks like. Here's one of my personal favorites. Weed is federal crime, even in the states where sex with farm animals isn't. So it's really kind of driving you to think of the red states, you know, where you get a bunch of hillbillies and you get a bunch of kind of contradictory things that when it comes down to marrying your cousin, for example, fucking an animal, and weed isn't legal. Like, come on, guys, let's get with the program. Like, where are the priorities in the United States? So I wanted to see what your guys' reaction was to all that shit. Foos.
Weed is federal, Foo. Just like them hillbillies said.
Thanks, Foo. Well, it was going to be a short and sweet one, especially now that you guys have no comment on it, and we'll go ahead and ignore what the Foo just said.
Well, Foo, unless Jay-Z's coming out with a weed brand, I do not care.
I just said that he had a weed brand, and that's who's sponsoring this.
You fuck.
Smoke weed every day.
What's it called? The Rock, Foo? Because rock is not a weed,
my
Foo.
God.
I'm going to kill you, man. I'm
Wow.
going to kill you. Let's move on with the music highlights. Well, today, Foo, I wanted to talk about some music, but first, you wanted to talk about some music, right, Foo? You told me to pull some clips up for the video games.
Did I, Foo? Did I say that stuff to you?
Yes, you did. You sent me links.
I did, Foo. I did.
So you wanted me to play the theme of the first Last of Us. Let's go ahead and take a listen. It has a cool, ominous kind of flavor to it, Foo. Is there a reason why you picked this one? Other than why?
Yeah, because we talked about The Last of Us.
Yeah, that's what, okay. Thanks for that, Foo.
That's what I
But Foo, also, I thought you would like the guitar aspect, Foo.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm enjoying that guitar. You also wanted me to play a clip from the Last of Us Part 2. And you wanted me to start it at around like the 50-second mark. Is that right?
Yeah, it's a little. I like the original better, but it's just, change of pace.
Like
it's made by the same guy, Gustavo Santaolalla.
Yeah, Santaolalla.
Santaolalla, whatever. Santa Toallita, for all I care, Foo.
Oh, Jesus, dude.
Yeah, just play it.
Okay. All this is in the Foos easy listening playlist.
Yeah, Foo. Foo, you like Last of Us 2 because you actually get to play the guitar in the game too.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
She
right.
also sings Take On Me.
Does she really?
She does.
Yeah, she does an acoustic, Foo.
Nice. All right. Cool, man. Well, moving on. I wanted to play one of the new songs that Hayley Williams has come out with. You guys remember Hayley Williams?
Yes.
Yeah. She's from Paramore. She's the singer of Paramore. Now, Paramore never broke up, but Hayley Williams went solo in a couple albums. She's been doing some projects, and during the quarantine, she came out with a really good fucking list of songs. One in particular that stands out to me is her single called My Limb. Check this out.
If you gotta amputate, don't give me the tourniquet. You wish that I would run away, sever what isn't working. But I let my body bleed out, leaning to my left side. If your part of me is gone now, do I wanna survive? My limb, my limb, my limb, my limb. My limb, my limb, my limb, my limb, let go. My limb, my limb, my limb, my limb, let go. My limb, my limb, my limb, my limb. Funny how the two of us, you always were the gentle one.
This really reminds me of where Radiohead should have gone, the direction that they should have gone back when they came out with In Rainbows, and they kind of just got weird for me. That I think she's accomplishing what they were trying to do, and that's just me talking. I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people will disagree, but fuck those people, right?
Definitely a lot more mellow.
Yeah,
than
it's
what
not.
she's done.
It's not pop punk like Paramore, like,
right.
You know.
No, I get it's her own solo thing. It's probably what she wanted to do. But I don't know. It's just it's okay.
Okay, whatever, Steph.
It's okay.
It's okay.
If you got nothing nice to say, as my grandpappy used to say, go fuck yourself. All right.
Hey, man, you must fuck yourself on the daily, Foo.
Oh, ouch.
Well, Foo. Anyway, so I don't know if you guys have heard, but also Kings of Leon put out a new album this week, and it's a pretty fucking chill album, man. This is the song that stood out to me. It's called "The Bandit." You know what I like about this song too is that they asked Caleb, the singer of the band, what this was about, The Bandit, and he says, "I really dug deep into my love of Townes Van Zandt and Willie Nelson and stuff like that. I was like, I'm going to write a song about a bandit and then a bounty hunter who's paid to find this man. In the meantime, they become such a part of each other's life that they're the two people that matter the most to them. The chase is more thrilling than the catch. Which reminds me of fucking Batman and Joker, man, because that's really what it kind of comes down to, where even the Joker's like, dude, you complete me. Like, what the fuck?
That's funny, too. I just watched The Dark Knight last night.
Yeah. Is it as good as it was when you saw it way back when, Foo?
Oh yeah.
That movie can come on TV, and I just have to like sit down and watch the rest of it.
Yeah, even with
as soon as you see like a couple of minutes of it, you're just like, all right, well, I'm
the
stuck
DCEU will never step up to the game.
And lastly, Foos, the last song I wanted to talk about was that this day or this week in music history, the year is 1965, and the Temptations went number 1 on the U.S. singles chart with Smokey Robinson Penn's song My Girl, making the group the first male act to have a number 1 for Motown. The single only reached number 43 in the UK, but then in 1992, it went up to number 2 when they reissued it. So I want to just reminisce on this awesome song by the Temptations, My Girl.
You just get chills every time you hear Temptation songs, or even Smokey Robinson. Really, you know, like those are just those songs, like similar to what we were just saying before. Like they're just on. You have to listen to them. Like with Dark Knight, if you listen to the radio and all of a sudden Temptations are on, you're like, oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Well, Foos, that's the music highlights for today, and I forgot to mention our sponsor. The music highlights is brought to us by the Mew. All right, way to kill it there, Josh.
Oh.
The music highlights is brought to us by the new movie Double Trouble, the new action crime film about 2 murderous piano players. All right. Well, Foos.
I think we could have done without that sponsor, Foo.
Well, that's going to do it for music highlights. And Foo, before we get into Foo Facts, let's talk about that sponsor. Foo Facts is brought to us by Marianne Ginger Snacks. Find them in the Gilligan aisle. It's all yours, Foo.
What the fuck, dude? You know what?
Take it away.
That sponsor pissed me off so much. There will be no Foo Facts today.
Oh, come on.
All right, fine. Here's one.
Mm-hmm.
There are Cajun squirrel flavored potato chips, Foo.
Foo Facts. Foo Facts.
Okay.
Speaking about places where you could still marry your cousin, Foo, pick up a nice bag of Cajun squirrel flavored potato chips.
Is that a dog?
Fucking
Yes.
Josh has a little dog with him.
Hey, your coworker can have no guest appearances.
I'm so sorry.
What do you got next, Foo?
That's all you get, man.
Shut up! Shut up! We need more than that shitty fucking Foo fact.
You were a dick about Attack on Titan, so that's what you get, man.
Wow.
All right, Foo. Here's a throwaway one.
As opposed to
Quentin Tarantino still owns the pussy wagon from Kill Bill and drives it regularly around Malibu this day.
Foo Facts. Foo Facts.
All right. I like that.
Yeah.
That's
good
good.
information. You really clicking that mouse there, Foo?
Click, 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 click.
Click it.
I mean, Foo, there's only so many things I have to do before I could use my keyboard. You know.
Shut up, fool!
Christ. All right, Foo. Here's your. No, I don't want to do that one. Okay. Foo, in Japan, they have something called the Happy Monday system, where Japan actually aims to place as many state holidays as possible on Mondays so people can have 3-day weekends consistently. Foo.
Foo facts. Foo facts. Wish we had something like that.
Obviously, my dog had a very good reaction to that news, and she would like to know when we would have that.
I mean, we got to move to Japan, dude. What do you say?
I'm down.
Let's do it.
Oh man, you know what? Here's a throwaway one for Steph.
Oh, thanks, Foo.
Telling everyone to get healthy and all this shit and your diets. Well, you know what, Steph? There's a downside to that, Steph. Weight loss is one of the fatal forms of insomnia, Steph.
Damn. Foo facts. Foo facts.
Now remember, I told you to start thinking about it. I didn't tell you to lose weight. I didn't tell you what to eat. I told you to think about it.
Look, I don't waste my time on stuff I don't entertain doing, all right?
Since when?
Since 1996, Foo.
All right, that's oddly specific.
After I beat the first Batman game, Foo.
Okay. Well, Foo, you want to bring it home with one more Foo fact there?
No!
Please?
What the fuck? How many clicks can you endure, Foo?
That's why I just need one more.
Clickety clack.
Dude, they don't have good ones anymore on this website. They're fucking me up, dude.
You mean they don't come from personally researched facts that the Foo comes up with?
Of course not, Foo. That would require research.
Yeah.
Research and all that jazz, Foo.
Come on.
This ad just kind of froze my page real quick. If you
all right.
give me a second.
Mm-hmm. Foo.
You didn't like this Cajun Squirrels one, man?
That one was whack. It was a whack attack.
What were those chips?
Yeah, chips.
Yeah. Get your Cajun chips
Ugh.
after you fuck your cousin.
Oh.
Okay, Foo.
Yeah.
All right.
One more, man.
The NHL was started because 5 of the 6 team owners in the National Hockey Association didn't like the 6th guy, so they started their own league without him.
Jesus. Foo facts. Foo facts. See, Foo, it had some payoff.
All right. The bar is not very high on payoff, Foo.
No, not when it comes to Foo facts. But hey, that's the Foo Bar Show, just encompassed in one sentence right there. But Foos, next week we're gonna try to have that next Podzilla, right? I mean, they're making us purchase it, but I'm gonna try to find it where we wouldn't have to pay so much for it, maybe even at all.
Foo, let's agree to call it a TBD, Foo.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll surprise everybody. We may or may not have a Podzilla next week if we can get our hands on this fucking movie, which is Foo. Which movie is it?
Return of Godzilla?
Yeah. Return of Godzilla. Now, as previously discussed, this Godzilla is supposed to be a direct sequel to the very first black and white one. Is that correct, Foo?
Yes, Foo. They rebooted the universe, and Godzilla will battle the giant sea lice.
Awesome. Riveting. All right, Foo. Well, I look forward to that. And if nothing else, Foos, I appreciate you joining us for another successful episode number 221. And with that, thank you all very much for listening into the Foo Bar Show. Thanks for hitting subscribe, and remember to rate, review, and tell your friends like a fucking champion. You can always reach us and check out our merch at foobarshow.com. That's FOObarshow.com, and search FOO Bar Show on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. Check us out, drop us a line, and we'll foo it up like a couple of foos. and Josie.
With the few.
Josh.
And Steph.
Signing off saying, don't be